place on the start, and Dave Bowman is the unlucky man out. He's been left on the bench. The key man in the United midfield will be Jim McInally, who's passed the fitness test to play today, and he's likely to be directly opposed to Paul McStay. Celtic leave Joe Miller and Tommy Burns on the bench, with Mark McGee lending his support to the front two, Frank McAvenny and Andy Walker. And the first appearance for the Celtic captain Roy Aitken after suspension. He's back in the side, but Mick McCarthy and Derek White retain their positions. A capacity crowd inside Tannadice and absolutely perfect conditions as the match starts, with Dundee United giving Billy Thompson an early touch of the ball. And these opening stages will be very interesting indeed as these sides feel each other out tactically. There's Ian Redford wearing number 11, being brought down heavily right at the start by Peter Grant. The referee Bill Crombie taking a firm line immediately, and he's going to have a word with the young Celtic midfield player. And that really was a very hefty tackle by Grant. You see Redford here moving onto the ball, appeared to be going clear, and Grant came clattering in with that tackle. The Celtic wall being lined up for a United free kick. Now this is a possibility for the shooting prowess of John Clark. Certainly well respected by the Celtic players, lining up a four-man wall with McAvenny on the end. So the referee appears not to be satisfied that the 10-yard rule has been applied. He's waving back the Celtic wall. And here goes Clark. Well, he got past the wall all right, and Ian Andrews made rather a meal of it. But under no pressure with any United player coming in. Turned away by McCarthy. There's Kevin Gallagher, closely marked by Aitken. There's Paatelainen. Very close indeed from Mixu Paatelainen. The big fella was very quick in the turn here after that joust to the edge of the box involving Jim McInally. The break of the ball falling to Paatelainen, the shot on the turn, and Andrews was at full stretch. That very congested area in midfield with each side only having three men at the back. Packing men into midfield. There's Kevin Gallagher's cross. And he has the corner kick off the body of Roy Aitken. Ian Redford will use his left foot for the in-swinger. Hegarty arriving late. Wallace's clearance. There's McKinley. That was a superb effort from Billy McKinley. Well, this would have been a goal in 1,000, this one. The firm-headed clearance by Chris Morris. There was McKinley taking it first time on the drop, and that was only inches too high. Well, a tough challenge which McCarthy wins with Paatelainen. There's Redford. On his weaker side, the right, and getting no power into the shot. Good touch on from McGee. There he at full stretch. Aitken to Morris. McAvenny is onside, played on by John Clark. And Frank McAvenny in too big a hurry. Andy Walker was screaming for the ball around the penalty spot area. And McAvenny felt he had to take that first time to beat Thompson with the lob, but as the ball was released, United trying to play the offside, but John Clark played McAvenny on, leaving the Celtic striker in the clear on the right, and missing out Walker in the middle, sending the shot over the bar. Good leap by Aitken. The flag is up against Redford on the near side. United move to a halt. Carelessness from McCarthy, and Gallagher cashes in. Dundee United take the lead, and it was a gift from Mick McCarthy. Well, McCarthy will certainly dread watching this again. Came from Ian Andrews. McCarthy trying the casual ball back, miscued completely. Kevin Gallagher wasted no time drilling the ball beyond Andrews, and United are in front. So 18 minutes into the first half, and a shock for Celtic. With that disaster, there's Frank McAvenny, and Neary doing well with the clearance. Celtic trying to strike back immediately. A long, deep cross for McAvenny to go up, nod the ball back inside, and Neary did well with the clearance. Celtic stay with the in-swinger. Well taken under pressure by Billy Thompson. The referee indicating that Vic Keeper was fouled in the process. That makes the save even better. There's McCarthy in space, allowed to come forward in possession. Towards McGee, Rogan coming in the blind side. That was a great run by Anton Rogan. His control let him down. He had no time to see that and control in his chest. Very difficult indeed. There's McGuinness, and Gallagher's cleared again. His pace taking him away, and a fine effort again from Kevin Gallagher. Well, he appears to be lifted by that opening goal. There's the menace of Kevin Gallagher, the long ball from inside the United half. Gallagher sprinting free of the Celtic defence, taking the shot first time, and not far away again. Celtic now enjoying the bulk of the pressure, keeping play inside the United half with the half-hour mark coming and going. Here's Patalainen, tackled by Aiken. Patalainen is onside, the big fella moving pretty swiftly. The early ball for Rogan, and there's Gallagher. Great goalkeeping by Andrews. Well, after all the pressure, Celtic suddenly exposed at the back. Patalainen showing a lot of pace there, breaking on the left. The first time, crossed with the left foot. There was Gallagher challenging. The first shot blocked, and going in for the rebound. Andrews was the brave keeper. Done back by Patalainen to Malpass. A neat sidestep away from McAvenny. That's beyond McCarthy. There goes Gallagher again. Well, Kevin Gallagher really is having a splendid afternoon. Full of pace, full of inventive play and attack. And he's proving to be a very hot handful for this Celtic defence. Combining with McCarthy to get it back to Andrews. So more than 3 minutes of stoppage time played in the first half, and it's United who go in at half-time with a one-goal lead, provided by Kevin Gallagher, the star player of a very entertaining first half. United creating opportunities in front of Ian Andrews and cashing in on that error from Mick McCarthy in the 18th minute, which gave Gallagher the chance to make the half-time score. Dundee United 1, Celtic 0. Celtic start the second half after some very hard talking, I'm sure, at the interval with Billy McNeill and Tommy Craig and the Celtic management, because they really have some points to ponder now, because United really appear to have the first half initiative tactically, and Celtic, have no doubt, will have some plans afoot to alter all that. Bowman. Tough tangle there with Rogan and Grant. The referee waves play on with Walker in possession. Good play from Andy Walker. And John Clark got back well. He turned that away for the corner. Danny McGuinness has taken a knock. He's taking some time to recover. But some very tough play initially, and then an incisive flank attacking from Andy Walker. There's Paul McStay. And that's gone over the top. It came off Patalainen. Well, the big striker did well in defence, nodding that over. Vicious swinging ball that from Paul McStay, causing a lot of trouble. All the Celtic fans congregated behind Billy Thompson. Up goes Rogan, and Malpass with the clearance. Grant down to Morris. Queuing up at the far post, it was Mark McGee who got a glancing hand at the ball. Frustration for Mick McCarthy, who appeared to have a golden opportunity had McGee let that ball come across. You could see as the ball came in, McCarthy was making a run, and it was McGee at full stretch who only just managed to get a touch and played the ball away from his centre half. McCarthy's header, there's McAvenny. Billy Thompson will collect that, and the singing you hear now is coming from the Celtic fans, who certainly appreciate this burst of activity from the Parkhead men at the start of the second half. Stopped by McInally, McStay wins it back. No room at all in midfield. Bowman now playing it wide for Redford. Mike McCarthy back pedaling furiously. This Patalainen using his physique on Chris Morris. Now Gallagher. Celtic defenders have to be careful. They could easily concede a penalty kick in there. There's Malpass to McInally. A great chance for United. Too far ahead of Bowman, and it was blocked by Rogan, and the United players looking for a penalty kick. But Jim McInally linking brilliantly inside the box to play that right across the face of Ian Andrews, and just too far ahead of Dave Bowman. Patalainen looking for the chance to cross. A deep ball to the far side, there's Redford. And Ian Andrews appeared to be at sea as White turned it over for the corner kick. Well, Mikshu Patalainen has sent over some tantalising crosses this afternoon. That was one of his best. Andrews didn't reach it. And Redford playing that in, looking for a colleague inside and finding only Derek White. There's Redford on the break once again for Dundee United. Rogan gets back, but there's Bowman for United. Gallagher and Patalainen waiting in the box. It's Patalainen who goes up! And there's a bit of pushing by Patalainen, it wouldn't have counted. But a moment of high drama here at Tannadice as Bowman picked up the loose ball after that challenge from Rogan. Made his way to the flank, sent over the curling cross. Patalainen with a little bit of a push in his marker, nodding it against the underside of the bar. Bowman to McGuinness. Redford and White going up together. Celtic man wins it. There's McStay. Look how crowded the area is whenever he takes possession. This is Anton Rogan. Malpass kept his eye on the ball. And once again, no one hanging back there as Malpass and Grant collide. Good play from McStay. He was fouled all right by McKinley, no question about that. And the young midfield player will be booked for his trouble. Delightful play that from Paul McStay. Just the neatest of little sidesteps to go away from his man, and Billy McKinley tempted into that pull with his right arm. It's a booking for Billy McKinley, who certainly looks to be a very promising young player indeed. So it's Chris Morris who'll take the free kick for Celtic. Of course, McCarthy! And a save from Billy Thompson of the superlative kind. Well, Mick McCarthy can't believe it, I'm sure. So anxious to make amends for his error in the first half. The slanted free kick from Chris Morris. The powered header from Mick McCarthy, and that must be a candidate already for the save of the season. Up goes McCarthy. Clark finds Bowman. Kevin Gallagher sent spinning by McCarthy. An apology from the centre half, but he's clearly a little bit unhappy that he thinks Gallagher's making rather a meal of that. Face set in concentration. But he's going to be booked by the referee, and we'll see why once again as the ball was played in. Now it's the electric turn here from Kevin Gallagher, making that challenge from McCarthy look particularly clumsy. Good control from Walker. This is Miller. Easy one for Clark, but the header goes straight to Grant. Now Paul McStay. This is Morris. Showing too much of the ball to McKinley. Derek White. Thinking about finding space for a shot, I think, but it's wide to Barnes. Ball all the way by Bowman, but Barnes still in possession. A good cross eventually, but Malpass is there for United. And there's Grant. That came off McStay. And down goes Joe Miller in the clash with Patalainen. The Celtic players appealing for a penalty kick. Billy McNeil and Tommy Craig off there, seen on the bench, protesting. Well, that was certainly an anxious moment for Dundee United as the ball came by. Kane Miller trying to break, and he clashed with Patalainen. The referee giving the benefit of the doubt to Dundee United. Shrugged aside there by Roy Aitken, who was fouled by McKinley. Well, McKinley willing to debate matters with Roy Aitken, so no respecter of senior professionals is Billy McKinley. Certainly one on the opposing side. So McLeod couldn't reach it. Grant did. He gave McLeod a sore one on the shin. As Redford releases Kevin Gallagher on the right. Gallagher will want to take this for a run, I'm sure. And shown inside now by White. Gallagher determined to go outside. Still heading towards the corner flag, and he's won a corner kick for Dundee United. Well, he's had a splendid match up front, Kevin Gallagher. Made his international debut at the end of last season. Ian Redford being invited to get a move on by referee Crombie. McInally trying to get a glancing header on, but Andrews did well for Celtic. The big keeper ill for much of the week with the virus. Now recovered to take his place in goal, and there's John Clark's header. White to Barnes. String of players across that. United midfield whenever Celtic get possession. Quite willing to leave only Gallagher up front. Here's Ed Walker. And very closely marked throughout the match. That's good play. There's Aitken, and he was charged down by Malpass. There's Paul McStay. And good goalkeeping again by Billy Thompson. It was Aitken into the box trying the first time shot, which Malpass blocked, and then Paul McStay trying a deliberate ball towards the top corner, which was well taken by Thompson. McStay to Miller, and tackle by McKinley. Here's Peter Grant. Now Chris Morris. Up goes Joe Miller, he did well. Hoping for a corner kick. Thought there might have been a deflection off Gary McGuinness, but the referee says no. Bowman remaining calm, trying to find an accurate goal for Joe McLeod, and Joe McLeod is through. It's McLeod through on Ian Andrews, and a chance to tie it up. Well, confusion there between Chris Morris and Derek White. They were so anxious to get the ball forward. Got into a mix-up there with Joe McLeod cashed in on. Racing forward, seeing Andrews advancing, realising the defenders are closing in on him, tried the long-range shot, which Andrews turned behind for the corner. McKinley's corner kick. Aitken nods it on. It's Dave Bowman who collects at the far side. Away by White to Barnes. There's Paul McStay, but McGuinness is there first. And now it's Bowman for Dundee United. Long cross towards Gallagher for the header. There's Derek White. United now finishing the match inside the Celtic half. They really have played well this afternoon. Had the edge in the first half, particularly in that vital midfield area, with the effervescent form of Kevin Gallagher in attack, adding the extra little bite. And in the second half, they've defended superbly. Celtic being restricted to precious few half chances. League champions now facing defeat, unless they can conjure up something in the dying seconds of the match. Here's Ian Redford and McLeod.